It's chill. Look, it's like a chill sesh. We're kind of constrained because of the corona and everything. I also had corona, by the way. And I contracted it on my fucking birthday. It's like my 30th birthday. I had this whole party planned out. Well, we're kind of closing everything down, and I was like, okay, makes sense, the infections and everything are going up, and I was like, look, okay, fine, I understand it. I called the people and I told them, look, oh cool, you don't have to come. And the thing was, my father, like, he was a bit sick, but we didn't think too much of it because it was like brewing schnapps. So brewing schnapps means that you are outside near like distilling option, whatever. You're constantly changing temperatures, so there's a high risk that you're going to at least get a cold or whatever. And it was like, yeah, I'm not feeling like really good. And then like on the morning of my 30th birthday, I was already like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna do a really small thing. Nobody's like just close family and everything. And then, then I just get the call and it says, yeah, you know, your father is kind of sick with corona. So yeah, that's that. And I was like, ah, good. And in the morning we were like, yeah, happy birthday. And we were just like, you know, of course I had to call the people. I had to call everything off. And by the way, like, don't have to worry or whatever. The whole thing, like, isn't that, it's not that dramatic. I don't know how to say it. It's like I went through it. Like for 3 days I felt like absolute shit. Now I think I'm slow. Now it has been 2 weeks. My nose is opening up. I can breathe a bit more normally, but that was basically it. Lazlo, where did you get your cutesy style from? I have no idea. I think the main thing is because I have no idea about anatomy or about anything else. So that's why my style is leaning more towards the cutesy side of things. I think it comes from me not knowing how to do stuff. That's the thing. I've tried to branch out, by the way. I did some different stuff. Like I can show you, there's some stuff that's going to go out in a couple of days. So I have this marble that's gonna go today, actually. In the next days I'll have this stuff. These are just teasers. So I'm just trying to branch out. I want to do like some different type of stuff. The client is a 3D printing company that does a bespoke printing. So basically you see like a model that you like, and then you can print it out. And the thing is that I thought about a very specific look because they also use, I think it's like Spanish violet color like that. So it's violet, blue and yellow, then gray and white. They have a very particular color scheme that I think would work if I use sort of like a Fresnel Musgrave texture. Now, Murugesh, watch closely, okay? I'm gonna show you how to do it. Gonna go slow so you don't lose yourself. I'm gonna add a mesh plane, okay? Just gonna rotate it so you can see what's happening. So I have this mesh, I have this plane. I'm gonna go into edit mode, and now I'm gonna delete the bottom vertices. So I have this. So this is the line that I'm using, right? Shift Control Alt C, origin to geometry, and I'm gonna add a subdivision surface first. And then after that, I'm gonna add the skin modifier. Control A, reset the scale. Now we have this skin, so I'm gonna add another subdivision after it. So this is it, subdivision first, skin after that, and then we have the subdivision at the end. The smoothing, you need to enable the smooth shading on the skin one, and then you can just start extruding your vines, and you can just move them around like that. And whenever you move or create the vine, okay, so whenever you do that, so you go Control A, and then you can scale it down into like a spike, sort of like that. So every time you extrude, you just go a bit smaller with your line. So basically you can start extruding from the vertices that already exist. Yeah, so the scale part is just Control A and then you just move the mouse down. That's basically it. Okay, I need to focus. So I have this bad boy over here that's got a bit of a structure like this. One thing you can do with cartoon characters like this is to have arms and legs as separate objects and using data transfer, this one, right? So it's vertex data, edge data, face corner data. From the way I understand it, it's like let's say I take away the subdivision in the armature, custom normals, nearest corner of nearest face, a vertex group, but a vertex group from the vertex closer to the source object, and then I would do the vertex close. Ah, okay. Naolito, I'm not I'm not entirely sure about this one. Am I stupid? Where is it? Material preview mode. Oh, the third one! Fuck you, dude. But this is the viewport shading. Marvin says, marry me, David Harbour. I mean, I've known you for 5 minutes, so... But at this point, I am ready to marry anyone, seriously. I actually don't mind the legs, just the legs. Yeah, rendering is a bitch. I was lucky enough to cooperate with NVIDIA and they've sent me, like this was about half a year ago, 2 GeForce RTX 2080 Ti's. So rendering, thank God, is not an issue anymore because it was a nightmare before that and the price would just go up because I would need to quote the rendering for the clients. I wanted to do like a video that was about you're in a funk, you don't know what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You know, the gist of it was like three things that you can do. One is close Blender, work in something different. Do something with your hands, do something with your, I don't know, DIY, cook, whatever. Take away creative work. And I'm saying that because you're in a funk because you're focusing too much on yourself. You're putting so much fucking pressure on you, on the expectations that you have of yourself, that in the end it's too much. You can, of course, you can buckle down and you can keep this up for weeks or months, but at one point it's just gonna crack and you're gonna get into a funk and there's gonna be no way out of it. You're going to be much more at peace with yourself and you'll be able to get in tune with yourself and then restart everything. Because it's not like, this doesn't mean that you're lazy. You need your own peace in life and you need to live up only to your expectations and nobody else's. Tip number 2 for ideas, do stuff in another software. Download Quixel. There's plenty of, like, download Krita, learn something different, because that's going to open up a whole new field of stuff that you can try out, that you can apply your brains to. Third one is kind of close to what Naolito just said. It's like sit every day 1 hour and an idea will come, that's it. An even better one would be have conversations. Have a conversation, but focus on the other person. Really focus on the other person. Ask them real true questions and you're gonna focus on them. You're going to take the focus from yourself and you put it into another person. I've gone on a insane fucking tangent and I think it's finally time that we continue. AB3D asks, how did you get into 3D? It was like a lucky coincidence. I wanted to work in games. So I wanted to do stuff in gaming. If you want to work in gaming, you should be able to make at least a really simple game. So my idea was, okay, I'm not very good at programming. I'm going to try and make a game and it's going to be a visual novel game. I know, you don't have to tell me, it's stupid, whatever. I was 24, something like that. A man-child, basically. I wanted to find the pictures that I wanted for the story because I thought the story was kind of cool and I couldn't find them. So then I said, okay, maybe I should make them by myself. And I wanted a very specific low poly look. And most of the people that when I asked were saying, just download Blender and work it in Blender. okay. And I downloaded it and I was mega fucking afraid. I had no idea what was doing. I hated it. Like the first couple of times that I opened it because it was so unclear. But when I started to do stuff, when I started to finally like, okay, press render and something actually appears, I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And at one point it just went like, the whole game idea and everything just went through the window. And yeah, that's how I got into 3D. Do you get all your clients through Instagram from Naolito? Yeah, actually, yeah, Instagram is like 80%. Instagram is probably around 100% of my income, but I had depending on it. Yeah, I have to agree. Instagram, I don't get it. Okay, so here's the thing. I saw one thing a while back. When you post something on Instagram, it's gonna get shown to about 10% of your audience, and if it passes that audience, then it's going to get to your home or your whole audience, and then after that it's going to get promoted to Explore. Huge disclaimer, this was a couple of months ago, maybe everything changed now, I don't know. And then I started to think about it, and it was like, then if you have, you know, 10k or 50k or whatever followers, or 100k, which is inconceivable to me, your post is getting pushed to those people. That means that if you want your post to be shown to your whole entourage, then you need to have a good rating in those 5k people. But then you have to take into account how many of those accounts are dead, left alone, or bots. But it's true that the first minute acts as some kind of test for the comment. Yes, so that's the thing. So I've started noticing that, and I think one of the things you can do is stories. You can check it through stories. So basically the thing that happens is, in stories I can see my true engagement in the sense of like, who are the people who actually care about the content, and it's usually the people that I also like and I also care about their content. I know this is gonna sound like vanity metrics or whatever, but just try and think about it. You get this. You have these couple of thousands of people, and then most of them are inactive. But what's gonna happen if it gets shown to 1k people, but maybe 100 of them are okay, maybe 900 are bots and inactives? It doesn't make any sense. So it's normal that then you cannot engage with people and your content is not going to get shown because it's showing it to bots. If you have a good day and the stars align or something, and there's a good structure of both sides, then it's fine. But if not, you're screwed. If you're a business, then you need to promote your stuff. But the thing is, if I promote it with, let's say, €100, I get the same reach as I would get with a random post. You know what I mean? It's like, I knew that there was something behind this, because when I wanted to go and purge some of my inactives, because it doesn't, like I said, to me the numbers don't mean anything as long as it's like, where is the potential for clients, so that I get shown to potential clients. So that was the thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into my followers, I'm going to go through the accounts that follow me, and I will check who has been active, and if they haven't been active, I'm just going to drop my own follower. Like, this is where it gets fucked, because Instagram doesn't allow your third-party programs to take care of this. Because when you have, I don't know, like, I cannot imagine in Naolito's case, where he has 600k followers, him going manually through 600,000 people and purging inactives. Do you realize that? Like, it would be freaking impossible. But even if you do it, like, I tried to do it, and you know what Instagram does? You purge the person, and then if you refresh, it's going to circle, it's not going to refresh in time, and you're going to be circling through the same 200 people. But yeah, that's the insane tangent that I wanted to go on. They make it as difficult as possible to actually maintain a healthy audience, so your content can get out and you can actually rely on it steadily. And then on the other side, we're going to gauge the performance on your post by the first 10% people that see it, and we don't care if they're actives or inactives. We just want as much people as possible on our platform, even if half of them are inactive. That's one of the things that's pissing me off. And another thing that's pissing me off is this fucking bone structure that's not working. Well, please, everyone in the chat, applause for Naolito for figuring out, for troubleshooting the whole thing. The initial idea was to make like also hands, because they would need to present the whole product and the whole process. But I think that it would be kind of funnier to just have them use the feet. So it would be like, okay, I need to type something into the computer, and it would be just him standing on one leg and just, yeah, basically that's it. I think the main takeaway from this is that Naolito has his shit down, definitely, because I actually learned 2 new things from him. So don't know how else to finish. I'm gonna finish, and this is it for the stream. I love you all.